I was born to do what I'm doing today. Like, there is nobody who can do what I do better than I do it. And I'm gonna prove that. No way she's gonna do that, but everybody always laughs until you do it. So like, this is me doing it. But this is episode 1 of Journey to the Arnolds. Okay, hi Bookies. Welcome back. Welcome to day 1 of this vlog. I just recently won IPF Junior Worlds, and I set a world record, so I'm a world champion and world record holder. Amen. And just shortly after that, I decided I wanted to start doing Olympic weightlifting. So this vlog is gonna be basically my training leading up to the Arnolds as a collegiate student. As you can see, right now I'm in my dorm room. I'm really excited. I'm super excited for this prep. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be hard. I already like fully twisted my ankle. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
Excited for today's session because it's very light and it's all technique focused. Guys, not this is related to lifting, but yesterday I went thrifting and I bought these cowboy boots. Okay, it's 10 degrees, so we're gonna put on this Gymshark. Nice enough. So here's my in progress bulletin board thingy in the countryside. Got a little boom in my big truck. I'm gonna show you guys mentally the hardest part of my day. It's unplugging my car. I just got to train. I'm gonna write down my workouts right now before I start training. It is approximately 12:11 p.m. Got my bag here. Slow pull, freeze. 52, and he added another set at 57. These are hell. The key to being able to balance all of this and like school and powerlifting training and this and that and life and everything is compartmentalizing, praying. Also, my main thing is literally just writing everything down when it comes to Oli training, so that when I'm training for Olympic weightlifting, I'm in the zone the entire session. Like, for powerlifting, I don't necessarily need this. Powerlifting is just so basic. Like, I'm just squatting. I know every time I go into squat, like, I'm just gonna do this and then I'm gonna do that. It just automatically clicks for me. For Olympic weightlifting, I've found that this really does help. Not going out into any other apps because it's all on this paper right here. This keeps me very dialed into what I'm doing at the exact moment. So I recommend, if you're having trouble focusing during your workouts, or you feel like you're not getting as much as you can be getting out of your workouts, maybe try writing down what you're doing throughout your session. I also write down notes. So like, I'll write the workout, I'll write my accessories, and then in the bottom half it's like notes to consider, and I'll write all notes for the lifts that I'm doing that day. So today is basically just trying to make my snatch a little bit better one day at a time, and maybe I might include some sets in this video, but that's pretty much it. I'll see y'all later. Bro, guys, I just slammed the bar against my head and I have a bump on my head. I'm gonna cry. But there's an update on how this session's going, but it's going great so far other than that. Guys, I just finished my session. Woo!
Cocky.
Bro, I actually have a bump.
I know. I'll notice it.
I actually fully hit my head on the bar with how close the bar was to my body, so that's like a good and bad thing. This is Rylan. Yeah, so what? I just never film in here because there's too many people. But good vibes. Workout is not finished, so I still have to do my accessories, but JB, do my accessories. Hey yo! Okay, I just finished training. It might have been the best training session I've had in a very long time. Like, it wasn't even heavy numbers, but it was like a session I needed. So about 25 minutes ago, I finished working out, so I'm going to show you guys exactly what I do right after working out to make sure that I'm fueling my body the best way as a student athlete. Right here in my dorm room, we have a whole like cooking station. I know, Ninja Creamy rice cooker, this little like 3-in-1 type thing, which is awesome. We just moved back in after winter break, so some things are not as sorted out as I'd want them to be. This is where I get all my stuff. As you guys can see, we have a bunch of options from my protein. Code Chelsea to save, you already know. I'm actually like ecstatic with how training went today. Like, honestly, I've probably hit like the lowest of lows in the past couple months, but I've always said that like after the lowest of lows, like God will bless you with like the highest of highs as long as you stick to your faith and you trust in his plan. When you want something so bad and you're working towards it, that is like the only thing you're seeing sometimes. One bad session can feel like a million bad sessions. One mistake that you make one time can just feel like you're never gonna reach your goal. I was able to take a step back from these sessions that I've had and just kind of really stick to the plan and really focus on what critiques I need to place the next session, and I walk into every session like it's a new day. And today just showed that like doing that, like there is a purpose in that, there is a plan that I'm following, and I'm very excited to see how this prep goes. I have a team meeting at 4:30, so that's also why I'm trying to like rush stuff up. Good amount of water because I'm gonna do 2 scoops in here. The Clear Whey by My Protein ones. Protein lemonade, like, and it does, oh, it's so good. Hi everyone, welcome to my dorm room. Yeah. If you haven't seen my content before, I'm Chelsea. I feel like the biggest question, like when I've been telling people about like the Arnolds and like everything I have going on right now, kind of just like, why Olympic weightlifting? Why now? Why the Arnolds? Like, just why? But up until now, I've been competing in powerlifting for about 3 years now. I started powerlifting when I was 16 years old. I talked to people so many times about why I first started going to the gym. I don't necessarily know why. I had always wanted to get under a barbell. I can tell you that. I mean, I had been obsessed with like weightlifting ever since I was a kid, and like nobody, like just weightlifting in general, like not powerlifting, not Olympic weightlifting, but just like barbells and just looking strong and being strong. It's insane because I've gone through so many sports to get to where I am tonight. I have done cheerleading, gymnastics, dance, basketball, flag football, volleyball, like name it all. I've probably done it, and I was probably really good at it. That's the crazy thing. I was always like that growing up. I always had the potential to just be really good at sports. I started in the gym immediately as I quit cheerleading, and I just started building strength. I would go in and I'd bench like 5 times a week. That wasn't really planned. It was just like me going in, feeling strong, feeling really good about myself, and me coming out and feeling even stronger and feeling really great about myself. So I do remember like those old days, just like there was no sport connected to it. It was just really me having fun. Yo, it's -8 degrees out. I have class in an hour. Let me show you guys my layers. Light work. Minutes. Car is defrosted. I've always been strong. Growing up at like a very young age, I always had to experience things that like kids shouldn't really be exposed to, and I've always had to be very independent. I just did not have a childhood like a lot of other kids, even to this like very moment. There are some times where I'm like, I wish I really did get to just be a kid. But at the end of the day, I've realized like there has always been a plan that God has set in stone for me. And that's why when I sit here and I'm like, I'm going to do this, I'm gonna do it. When I sat there at 16 years old, my first day in the gym, and I was telling my coach, like, coach I had just hired, I was like, I'm gonna be a world champion. Like, I'm gonna go to the international meet, I'm gonna represent USA, and I'm gonna be a world champion. And I did that. And I'm sitting here, 19 years old, I'm a world record holder in my sport. Like, that is literal history that I have set. I think it's something I take so lightly, because for me, I've always been like, go, go, go. Like, that is something, like, I sat in a time and a place where everything in my life was falling apart, and I literally looked at someone and I said, I just started this today, but I'm gonna be a world champion. And there's never been a time in my life where I haven't been able to say, like, I'm capable of doing this. I've always known I was capable. I've always known, like, I could do anything I've wanted to do. It's like, growing up, I was just always exposed to things that I shouldn't have been exposed to. But at the end of the day, it happened. I've grown up and, like, I have fallen in love with, like, going to church. I have really understood that, like, there is a path that God has put me on. I feel like I really had to experience those things that I still experience to this day, and the trials that I like constantly go through. Like, I had to experience all these things in order to truly appreciate, truly understand the blessing that God has placed on my life with my gift and with my talent. There's something that I can take to a whole other level because I love to lift. Because I love to lift. There is a story unfolding. There are things I had to go through in order to understand that where I am at now, this feeling is comparable to absolutely nothing. Like, this feeling that I get when I step on that podium at Worlds and I'm announced the first place winner. After overcoming an injury, after overcoming trauma, after going through those trials and tribulations growing up, like, that feeling is like comparable to absolutely nothing. It's not just that feeling of winning, or that feeling of losing, or that feeling of getting a 526-pound deadlift world record, or hitting that 175-pound snatch my first day. Like, those feelings are incredible, yes, but it's just that feeling of power I get when I lift, and like, that's my main answer. Whenever people ask why, people are always asking why. I love it. I literally love what I do. You will never truly understand that feeling unless you are out of it. I started lifting because I'd always wanted to. Like, that is one thing I can only attribute to God. There are just some things that you do in life and you're just like, this is what I was born to do. Lifting is what I was born to do. Like, my first day in the gym, I said I would be here forever. I said I would be coming back here, and I did. 15 years old, 16 years old, I came back. And I kept going back, and I would never stop. We're gonna start vlogging. Guys, it's day 3, and I have to start writing my workout. That's Caleb. Bella. Light work. I'm gonna set up the camera on a tripod today so you guys can actually see my workout.
What's up, vlog? Welcome back to another day. Today's episode 9 of Chelsea and Henry. Lifting on the vlog today.
Chelsea's vlog, baby. We in it every day. Come on, we on that grind. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yup.
Olympics, here we come.
Pretty solid. I think I finished everything, so might work. No, probably the most productive clean session I've had all week. She's captain. This is what I have to deal with every day. This is what I have to deal with in Ottawa, Kansas. Anyways.
She loves it.
Arnolds 2025 coming. Nationals Ryan Creaser World Champ coming. Chelsea Emery.
Bro, and more. Anyways, great clean and jerk session. I didn't film yesterday's workout because it was actually trash and information awful. But I'll input my top sets from today somewhere in here and hopefully show you guys more of the workout. This is day 4, so tomorrow's the rest day. But thanks for watching this week. So January 2022, I started powerlifting officially. May 7th, 2022, I believe. I set like 4 or 5 state and national records. My first ever powerlifting meet. This is 4 months in the game. Moved on, changed coaches, switched federations, and got selected to compete for Team USA, the IPF Worlds in 2023. Fast forward to 2024. My first year in the junior division, I set a 526 world record after another back injury. I also won the age and class division. I am your new 84 plus world record deadlift holder and your 84 plus world champion. As soon as I started my worlds prep last year, I was not feeling 100% satisfied with like where I am and what I'm doing right now. And it was an odd feeling to feel because at this point I had been offered like a huge offer of a lifetime to basically come to college for free doing powerlifting, and I decided I wanted to commit and come all the way to Ottawa, Kansas just to powerlift with some genuinely like the greatest people I have ever met. Don't know how to put it into words. I just did not feel right closing out my world's prep. I felt like there are cards being left on the table. There's something I'm not fulfilling right now. During that time, for some reason, and this is one thing I will always say, I don't care, I do not believe in coincidences. Like, my followers are majorly powerlifters. There was like a shift in my account some way, somehow. All of a sudden I had like weightlifters following me, asking me like, have you tried Olympic weightlifting? Have you given it a shot? And it was interesting because I had never really like thought like, what if I do just switch sports right now? Like, powerlifting has been so good to me, and there are people saying like I could do incredible things in the future, right? Forget a junior world record, think open world record, right? Why potentially lose a scholarship because I want to try something that seems like it has the ability to set my heart on fire. Every time I would see a weightlifting post, I thought it was like someone trying to curse me. Like, I would swipe immediately. I wouldn't watch the video. I refused because I was in this crossroads. I was like, I'm a powerlifter. I'm literally a pro powerlifter. I have represented my country twice. I got an offer to go to college for free doing powerlifting. Like, I'm in the best position to ever be in right now, and I'm considering giving this up. And I prayed and prayed and prayed. I talked to people about it, I talked to my coach about it, and I was like, you know what, this is something I want to do. So I started Olympic weightlifting. This was actually something not a lot of people knew about, but I started it during my prep for Worlds. Y'all, the first day I learned how to snatch, I snatched 165 pounds. I did a 75 kilo snatch my first day doing snatches. Like, I did a 100 kilo clean and jerk, power clean and jerk, my first week doing clean and jerks. There's no question about God's ability in my life. There's definitely some potential in this sport. I kept thinking like, we can always push it a little further. After Worlds, I was going to be moving. I was going to be a full-time student here at Ottawa University. I had a little bit of a break until my next meet that I had to do for powerlifting, which is going to be in Atlanta, Georgia in March, I believe. After I started doing Olympic weightlifting, I realized like I really loved what I was doing, and it brought me a lot of happiness. It really has just been like eye-opening seeing like what I've done so far. My first Olympic weightlifting meet was right after Worlds. I think it was like 4 weeks after Worlds. So I had been only training for Olympic weightlifting for about 6 weeks before my first ever Olympic meet. And I went and I totaled 184 kilos, I believe. I hit an 104 kilo clean and jerk, and I did an 80 kilo snatch. Fast forward to now, I've qualified for the Arnolds with that local meet, so I'm going to be doing the Arnolds in literally about a month. I'm going to Columbus, Ohio for the first time in my entire life. I'm going to lift some weight and literally do what I love. That's the story. But this series is really just to hold myself accountable, sharing to you guys like what the journey is, what the process is, like how my training is going to look. I want to thank you all so much for watching this video. I mean, I cannot explain how excited I am to just continue filming, learning more about myself in this process, and like being able to share more, which I don't normally share on social media, which I'm hoping is just going to do more for all of us. But this is episode 1 of Journey to the Arnolds. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to share more with you all in the future.